I appear to be some kind of forest in Croatia. I heard the Easter Bunny was recently spotted here, even though this is August. This is so... Oh, I have a map, actually. Hang on. Let me take a look at my map. Get us out of here. Get us back on the road. Oh, actually, this isn't even... This isn't even a map. This is a comment from a video I made yesterday. All right, well, as I'm trying to find my way out of this enchanted forest, let's see what someone had to say in one of my videos yesterday. Okay, so the video I made was called "Lose Your Hair and Still Be Handsome: How It Actually Works." And someone, a newcomer, I'm very happy about this person. This is the second video I've made on account of them. And I think they're adding a lot of important, valuable conversation for what I'm trying to accomplish as your mentor on hair loss. 7860092 had this to say, quote, "Hi Nick, big fan of your videos. Keep up the good work. Nick, could you please make a video about hair loss and stress? My father is a Norwood 1 and he's over 50. He told me he's used mustard oil his whole life and most importantly has managed his stress and tried to stay as happy as possible. What are your thoughts on this?" End quote. Thank you for that. Again, welcome to the Brotherhood of the Hair Loss. I'm your mentor and I'm proud to have you here. Thank you for engaging us all. So yeah, I do believe this is important. I've said before that what I believe is ultimately the cause of hair loss, and I know it's easy to say, well, it's DHT, but for me, it's your genes. It's what's in your DNA. And you can have a dad that's Norwood 1 and he's over 50, and you could already be creeping on Norwood 2 by the time you're 19. And if you recently saw that video I made this weekend where I show my Mexican and Italian family photos, there's a picture from 1983 which shows my great uncles, and there was like 6 or 7 of them, and you know they're all brothers, and one completely bald, full beard, and then just a couple down the row is another brother. He had like his hairline was like right here. You can't. I don't even know how to classify that. Like a -2 Norwood. Like it was like this. That was his hair, and they're brothers. So no, I don't believe. I believe it's in your DNA to begin with. Can you slow it down with oils? Well, I'm in the process of trying to prove that either way right now. As you know, I'm using argan oil and rosemary and a few other things. But as far as specifically though, stress. I mean, for me, it's obvious. Stress will age you. It does. Stress ages you. So if you're stressed out all the time, you're not going to be healthy if you can't manage that stress. I firmly agree with his dad on this. Absolutely. Managing stress is huge as far as negating hair loss. Now, for me, more importantly, it's going to make you live longer if you know how to manage your stress. Whether it helps you keep your hair or not, maybe, maybe not. But imagine one day you won't be 19 anymore. You're going to be 36. One day, I believe that. It's going to happen. And then you're going to be 60 and you're going to be 70 and you're going to be, you know, you're going to care about being a healthy person. The whole way through, though, if you're a stressed out person, you're an unhealthy person. If psychologically you're stressed out, physically you're stressed out, and that's unhealthy. And Nick Shell does not endorse unhealthy things, only healthy things, right? Because I'm one of those crazy vegans, as you know. So he's asking me what are my thoughts on, you know, managing stress. Well, here's what I'm going to say. Obviously, as I already mentioned, exercising, you know, most of these videos, if I'm able to, I'm outside. And when you don't see me out here with these videos, I'm running, right? So I'm a very active guy. I work out, not in a gym, but I work out for free because I'm all about not being a victim and being someone's bill payer. I'm not going to pay your bills for your gym. I'm going to go outside where it's free, even if it's really hot, even if it's really cold. And I'm getting that fresh air. And I'm not making some other guy rich by paying him however many dollars it is a month. Obviously, I just mentioned I'm a vegan. I'm very serious about what I eat. If you at all question, how, Nick, I respected you until you told me you're a vegan. Well, watch the documentary on Netflix, What the Health. Watch it. You'll understand why I look so good to be 36 and I'm happy and healthy and not on any prescription drugs. And yet I'm a vegan, and I've been for years. All right. But here's the last thing. And I don't know if a bug went up my nose It's just so bad. What if that ended up being the thumbnail? There we go. See, I keep it real. I'm a real human being. All right. But lastly, as far as managing your stress, if you're new here, then I talk about this thing about choosing to be victorious versus allowing yourself to become a victim. Because it's one of, either you choose to be a victim or you choose to be victorious or you will be a victim. So just keep in mind what I've shared before. You want to compliment others instead of criticize others. You want to embrace change instead of fear change. You want to forgive others instead of hold grudges. You want to be always learning instead of thinking you already know everything. You want to accept responsibility for your failures instead of blaming others for your failures. You want to have a sense of gratitude instead of a sense of entitlement. And you want to set goals and develop plans instead of someone who just kind of flies by the seat of their pants. Those are ways, I believe if you can do all those, then you're managing your stress. What you're doing is you're not, as I keep saying, you're not being someone else's slave. Because it's easy to blame someone else or something else that you can't control. But show me a guy who's balding who can't, and I'll show you a balding man who can. I think those are the three things I would suggest as far as managing your stress. Because what that's going to do is, where's the stress coming from? A lot of it's social stress, expectations you're trying to live up often to other people's expectations. And that's definitely stressful, isn't it? But yet, in what part of that can you control? What part of it do you even need to control? I keep talking about it, and it's one of the most important things I talk about. When you get to the point where people don't control your emotions by being able to offend you and insult you, you're finally winning. You're finally gaining control, and that's going to lead to less stress. Because imagine if I change my belief system right now. And starting now, Nick Shell is going to allow other people to offend him and insult him. And when they do, I'm holding that grudge. I'm not forgiving them. What a miserable human being I would be if I didn't forgive people. If at any point people could offend me, insult me, and then I'd hold another grudge, just put it on my shoulders. Whoa! No. Nick Shell is not that way. But all of those things I named are vitally important. The more you can get right, the better off you are, the less stress you're going to have. Now, I can't tell you for sure whether it's going to help you keep your hair or not. But I think it's an obvious truth that you want to live by. The less stress, the better. But it's about managing the stress, because you can't live your life just with no stress. That's impossible. You're going to have stress. It's how you overcome that and how you manage it. Otherwise, it manages you. Then you're not happy. With or without hair, you're not going to be happy. I'm Nick Shell. Thank you for asking that. I appreciate you being here.